Bush, by some estimates, won about 40% of that vote in 2004. Since then, it's been all backwards for the Republicans, and now I think they're in deep peril.
Is the GOP lost when it comes to the Latino vote? I'm not going to say entirely, but at least in the Trump GOP era, yes.
Well, despite what you just heard, it looks like Latino voters like Trump more than the left wants to admit. And we've got numbers to back this up. A new Marist poll shows non-white voters favor 2020 Dems over Trump by about half the margin than Hillary Clinton in 2016. Now, joining me now is Steve Cortes, spokesman for America First PAC, and Jose Aristimuño, former DNC deputy press secretary. All right, Steve, you've been calling this, and you've been mocked for it.
Right.
What's your response?
Well, my response is, look, Hispanics, like a lot of Americans when it comes to politics, care most about economic opportunity. And on that score, this president has been remarkable at producing results for American economic underdogs and strivers, many of whom have names like Cortes and Martinez. And we see it in the polling. 49%, according to Gallup poll, 49% of minorities, blacks and Hispanics, approve of President Trump when it comes to his handling of the economy. That kind of leadership is translating into political payback for this president, whom the mainstream media and their allies in the Democratic Party want to constantly smear as a racist. Turns out he's not very good at being racist. Instead, he's very good at creating opportunity for Latinos.
Jose, the former Congressional Hispanic Caucus spokeswoman, Christian Ramos, said this about he said this about President Trump's support among Latino voters. What might be happening? Watch.
He's actually overperforming with the Latino vote right now. More than anything, what we're looking at is an underperformance on the Democratic side. But speaking to Donald Trump, what the reality is, the most important issue to all Latino voters is the economy. They think that they're doing pretty well as far as their economic realities are concerned.
Do you disagree with Mr. Ramos, Jose?
Well, I don't know what reality Christian, and I know Christian well. I mean, he's a friend, but I disagree respectfully in this regard. I don't think that's a whole lot. I don't think there's a lot of truth behind that. If we look at the numbers, Laura, I mean, we know that over 60% of Latinos don't want President Trump to be reelected. So I just don't know where what there is to back this up. I understand the economy is the #1 issue that most Americans, including Latinos, care about, but that's the economy as a whole is doing well. But when you talk about their personal economy, the Latinos that I've spoken to all across the country, they tend to
unemployment's at a record
they don't
low,
see
though,
they don't see their pockets.
Well, Jose,
sure.
That's a fact. I mean, it's a record low for Latino voters.
I'm not debating. I'm not saying that it's not a fact, but I'm saying that when it comes to their personal finances, kitchen table issues, when their own family.
When has it been better?
Let's talk kitchen table stats, because look, according to the Washington Post, not a right-wing source, according to the Washington Post, of the millions of jobs created by this president, 85% of them have been to minorities.
All right. Well, we got to leave it here, but we'll be tracking this and following the facts. Gentlemen, thank you so much, and we'll be right back.